Welcome everybody to my hardcore world, where we are actually on an adventure to create a dwarf themed megabase, aka a dwarfen city. And this week we're getting up to loads of shenanigans to try and finish our entranceway to our city, so let's get into the video. Oh. Well, after last week, I actually realised that mining out the area was going to take forever, so I actually went ahead and used a TNT duper to start mining out the area. And as you can see, so far so good. However, we have damaged a lot of slime blocks in the process, and re-getting them is super slow. And although I'm not the biggest fan of using TNT dupers, as I much prefer to do things by hand, unfortunately we are encroaching on that 1,000 day mark, and I really want to try and get this done before 1,000 days. So it's a bit of a challenge, but let's carry on. Well, we're not quite done yet, but we have got through quite a lot. Now, don't worry, it does look a bit messy at the moment, but we're going to fix that, I promise. It's not going to look this disgusting forever. We actually just want to get through and get the main bulk done first, and then we'll go through and tidy up all the sides, fill in the gaps and such. But for now, we need to head over there, and we need to continue because we've still got a lot of work to do. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly pack all this up again. And looking at this, we have made some great progress. Oh, thought I was dead there. However, it does need terraforming and it needs some work, but we're going to come back to that because we need to mine this out. But also, if you haven't clocked on already, we are actually trying to make a glass shadow effect at the bottom of our world to add a bit of depth and to just make it look really deep and ominous, which is what you can see in Moria if you watch back the Lord of the Rings films. However, in order to do that, we're going to need a lot of black dye to make black dark glass. So we need to find somewhere where we can make a squid farm so that we can actually get this done. So let's go and find somewhere and get this thing built. Also, just as a quick point of reference, I actually am still quite scared to talk and fly with the elytra when I don't have a totem, so yeah, I'm probably going to have to get a totem soon at some point as well, because it's quite scary. I can't actually multitask very well. Now, a little bit of time... Oh, hello. A little bit of time has passed since I actually sat down and recorded the previous clips, so I need to just grab a diamond real quickly, and I'm about to explain why. My original intention was to actually go ahead and build a squid farm so that we could farm black ink. However, I've come to realize very, very quickly that it's just not worth it, because I'm going to have to AFK standing above the squid farm, and it's just going to waste too much time. So I'm actually just going to manually kill the squids, which I'm probably going to live to regret. But before we do, we actually need to head up here, place the diamond in and get our haste 2 effect. Then we need to spend some time digging this area out and digging it back and basically copying this, but on this side, but bringing it to a point and bringing it to a close. It's not going to be as long as this side. It's not going to be that long at all. But we need to basically dig this out, dig it down to this level so that we have a little bit of height to play with for our duper. Then we need to go ahead and clear out all of the rest. So there's nothing left to do than just get to work. So roll the time lapse. I have no idea why I just said it like that, but anyway, let's roll the time lapse. Alrighty then, so we've actually gone ahead and finished up digging out the area. Now, it's not quite as long as I actually initially intended it to be. However, we're going to leave it there because of time constraints. So now, we actually just need to get on with blowing it all up, all the way down to roughly the same level as we did down there. So there's no other reason not to just go ahead and get started. Okay, there's a slight intermission because I have discovered that the TNT is only getting so far before it's exploding, so it's not actually going any deeper, and we actually need to go about 20 blocks deeper than where it's currently reaching its limit. So we're going to have to go ahead and dig out about another 15 to 20 layers down of this area, which is something I didn't want to do, but we've got to get it done, so let's just get on with it. Oh. Alright, digging up holes, digging up holes, digging. No! Day 931, and I accidentally took my eye off the ball on the durability of my Silk Touch pickaxe, and now it's destroyed. Oh no. You will be missed. You'll be missed forever. Alright, let's go ahead and try this again. We've dug down a few more blocks, so hopefully this time we'll have dug down enough so that it'll actually get to the level that we need to be at. We're almost there, but it's kind of loud and it's not quite low enough to be getting rid of the skulk and getting down to the other layer that we need to be at. So, unfortunately, after all that, we still need to dig down probably about another 5 to 6 blocks, and I also need to go and get another netherite pickaxe with Silk Touch on it because I've just discovered and remembered that I can't actually dig up my dead coral fan. Get this done in 3, 2, 1. Hey! Yeah, we finally did it. So we dug down about 5 more layers. Then we can just level out the area once we get down to the bottom, because we're going to have to do that across the entire ravine anyway. So we need to go and replace our Silk Touch pickaxe because I can't dismantle this because I can't dig up the dead coral fan without a Silk Touch pickaxe. So let's go get one. First up, we're going to need 3 diamondos to make the diamond pickaxe. Diamond pickaxe achieved. QEU because you're the one who with the efficiency 5 enchant, I believe. Trade more paper for emeralds. Buy the mending book. Buy the 1 book Silk Touch. Unbreaking 3 book. Finish off with the efficiency 5 book. Accidentally bought 2 of them. And last but not least, we need to go ahead and combine the books. Probably in the most unorthodox manner possible. Then throw it on our pickaxe. And there we are. We now have our Silk Touch pickaxe. The only thing left to do is go ahead and turn it into a netherite one. But that's not important right now because we're not really going to need the pickaxe for mining out generally. We just need it for the coral, so it'll do its purpose for now. So let's head back over there. Now we can dismantle the TNT and the coral reef effectively. Now we can get on with doing the rest. Place down you, build up the next one. I don't know if it's just because I've given myself a time constraint or if it's because I'm under a bit of pressure, but this seems to be dragging on a lot more than what the rest of the cave did when I was using the TNT duper, and it's kind of stressful, not gonna lie. Well, we're just about to finish up building the last duper, and to say that I am happy is an understatement, considering I started this at 12 PM lunchtime, and it's now 9:15 at night. And that's a wrap on the duping, and as you can see, it looks absolutely amazing so far, but we are a long way off being finished because next we've got to move on to clearing this area up and making it look all nice and pretty, but I'm going to do that probably in the morning. I'm going to have to set my alarm clock really early and get up and do this, and then edit the video and get it uploaded in one day. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm literally just sat here waiting for some ancient debris to smelt so that I can upgrade my pickaxe. And as you can hear in the background, there's currently a zombie infecting all of the villagers. I suppose it's a good job we just went and got a bunch of netherite gold ore so that we can throw it in the smelter. Because yes, I do listen to your guys' comments. I promise I do. Okie dokie, I've been procrastinating enough. We need to just go ahead and get all of this area cleared out. So let's just jump down, see if we can hit the landing. Ah, we missed the landing. Oh boy. Well, might as well start somewhere. We're going to need a lot more rockets to get through this. Yep, I decided to build the beacon back up where it was before, but at the level where I need to dig down to, because this is taking a lot longer than I anticipated. So let's just go ahead and get the rest of this time lapse and see if we can get it done within a couple of hours. Well, we're finally done with digging out the area, and it looks absolutely incredible so far. There's a fair bit to fix. We've got to smooth out some of the walls, and yes, there's still a few blocks floating in the air, but we've got to get a move on because it's currently day 978. Now, the chances of getting this done before day 1000 are practically impossible, but we're going to try. So let's head back up to the top where we need to move on to get in some glowstone. So first we need to head back to the nether because we're going to need some blaze rods to make a bunch of brewing stands. So we've temporarily come back down to the bottom of our endless pit just to see how far an actual stack of glowstone actually gets. Oh boy, one stack did not go very far. We are going to have a bit of a job on our hands. So we just need to get to work trying to get as much glowstone as possible to fill the entirety of this floor. And to do that, we've got all of these villagers, but I fear it's still not going to be enough to get this done in a particularly very timely manner. Realistically, I probably should be building a raid farm for some emeralds, but I want to try and do this without resorting to a raid farm just yet, as I want to try and survive 1,000 days without a totem, which we are almost so close to beating. Once we've hit 1,000 days, we will build a raid farm, so do not worry, but we just need to get to work. Hold up, wait a minute. Now I'm heading back into our dwarven grand entranceway to get a better look at what we've built, because I think we actually need to put a pause on this project, because as the sun is rising on day 983, we are closing in on that 1,000 day mark, which is only leaving us 17 days left before we hit day 1,000, and I really wanted to try and wrap up the entranceway to our Dwarven Kingdom within that 1,000 days, which means finishing off this entranceway and finishing off the walls, digging out and widening the entranceway behind me, and last but not least, finishing off this area by finishing off smoothing out the walls, designing a floor that looks cool, and building some braziers, which was a cool little idea from one of you guys in one of the previous videos, because that way I feel like we can finally put a wrap on the whole entranceway to our Dwarven Kingdom, and we can actually get started on phase 2 of the project, which is building the meat and bones of the city, which is going to be through this hallway here, and it's going to be absolutely huge, and the actual city area is probably going to take 2,000 to 3,000 days in order to fully complete, if not a lot longer. So I was getting a bit burnt out of this area, so we are going to move on, and I will come back to finish this off very, very soon. I might even do it as a live stream. I don't quite know yet. I am going to decide that very, very soon, but I would like to get certain things done before that 1,000 day mark. So let's dig up this floor so we can get redesigning and building it. Well, that's the floor we dug out. Now, I actually don't have a particular plan or a design in mind for the floor. We're actually just going to wing it. So I'm going to go and grab some materials and put them in a chest over here. And then I'm going to actually talk through my mindset towards how I want to design this floor, just so you guys can get a bit of an understanding about how I'm going to utilize the lore and the whole area to design something. So let's go grab some materials and I'll be right back. So I've finally finished up with the last of the materials, and we'll probably need more knowing me, but we can finally get to work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lay out the lights. So the idea behind this is that the elves have actually infused some dwarven oil with these kind of specially made lamps that don't conduct too much heat but give off a lot of light, meaning that the oil does need to be replaced, but it kind of gives us a reason to use these lamps. So we need to go ahead and find the middle of these two blocks. Alright, so we've got the redstone down in a very rough pattern of how I want the lights to be laid out, as they're kind of the most important part because they're going to stop mobs from spawning and make the place look a little bit more ornate. So we're going to go ahead and place down these lamps on top of all the redstone, and then we can carry on with the design. Next up is we need to go ahead and make a few stacks of chiseled brick, because we are going to be utilizing these in our floor, as they are kind of more detailed but more simple, so it really works out well. And then we're also going to need to make a few more polished basalt bricks, because they're going to be useful in this build as well. Well, if I zoom in right here, then it looks like I've completed it and we can move on. But the reality is, I've actually not completed it because I completely ran out of iron. So we don't have enough iron to finish off all of the pistons. But I will work on this before the next episode. I'll just do a quick off-camera thing. I know that's a bit taboo in this day and age, but there's one more thing before we finish up at the 1,000 day mark, where I actually want to head outside and start working on the entranceway. So we're going to head outside. So the idea now is to get to work by building up a wall around this entranceway to make it look as if it's a part of a stony mountain, which we're going to build up as a future project. However, in order to do this, we need to tear back some of this mountain here and also tear back this, so that's why I've placed the beacon down, so we can get to work tearing all of this mountain back and then building it back up as part of the stone mountain. So let's roll the time lapse and get to work. Alright guys, we're currently on day 997, and it's been an incredible episode, but I'm gonna go ahead and end things there. I would really appreciate it if you could hit a like, and also subscribe if you haven't, to make sure that you follow along with a series of us creating a Dwarven megabase. But for now, we're going to end things here because we have a lot to do, but also, I would like to get this video out because it's been a short while. I'm going to leave a comment pinned at the top of this video so that you can understand what's been going on behind the scenes, just so you know that I'm not burning out or not wanting to finish videos or anything. It's just been a bit of a hectic time. But other than that guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope to see you in the next one. I've been the Mike James, also known as It's Me, Mickey T. Goodbye.